Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Catherine here. I'm so glad you joined me today. I'm going to be talking with you a little bit about goals and why they're so important and why I realized the importance of them even more so this week than I ever have. I'm doing what I'm calling healthy from the inside out, and I'm on week 6 of my journey. I want to share a little bit about what happened to me this past week with you, and also just give you guys some encouragement to keep going on your journey. And if you do like it, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to click the subscribe button so that you can be notified when I upload videos. I usually upload videos once a week. I try to do them on Friday or Saturday, but my son is 1, so it depends on his napping schedule whether or not I can actually sit down and talk to you. So here I am talking to you today, and I'm so excited, so let's get started. I've just finished my 6th week on Nutrisystem yesterday, and Nutrisystem program has been really great and helpful for me in a lot of different ways, primarily helping me to cut down on my portion sizes, helping me to learn the correct amount of food for my body, helping me to just get in a habit of eating, every 2 to 3 hours, which is super important for our metabolism. So there's been a lot of really great things I can say about doing Nutrisystem and its benefits for me. It's not going to be the same for everybody, obviously, but I was just at a place in my life where I just knew that if I didn't change something in my life, nothing was going to change. So I had to figure out, how can I give myself this jump start to change, and one that's going to help me to really just launch and continue on my healthy eating journey. I've talked about in my other videos about how I've done a lot of yo-yo dieting and a lot of quick weight loss. Like the goal in mind is to lose all this weight as quick as possible, and then when I get there I'll be magically happy or something like that. It's just silly. And it may not sound silly to you because maybe that's where you're at right now, but it sounds silly to me because I have been there so often in my life. When I look at the results of that habitual pattern of lose a bunch of weight, gain it all back, lose a bunch of weight, gain it all back, trying to attain this happiness, I think I've really wasted a lot of time not addressing the true problems as to why my weight fluctuates so drastically. This week has been a true eye-opener for that, as I am going into the month-and-a-half mark of Nutrisystem and knowing that I'm not going to be on this specific program forever. I'm only going to be doing this about another month and a half probably, only because I'm letting my last order come in, and then I'm going to have to go to eating healthy on my own. I had been kind of freaking out a little bit. And I've found the reason I do this to myself is because I have this huge goal in mind to lose this weight really fast, whether it's 30 or 40, 50, 60 pounds, whatever the number is. I've even went all the way up to losing 100 pounds and actually did it. But this goal in particular, I was trying, I had this goal in mind for losing 30 pounds, and I wanted to lose 30 pounds today. As soon as my Nutrisystem food came in, I was going to be 30 pounds lighter by the next morning. That's kind of the way that my mind works about this kind of stuff. I know that that's not really realistic, but for some reason that's kind of what I had in my mind. And not necessarily the next day, that's an exaggeration obviously, but just really quickly. I was really encouraged the first week. I lost 10 pounds pretty quickly. Low calorie diet really works well for losing weight, and that's obvious. But after the first week, I kind of slowed down, and it was the 1 to 2 pounds a week. Once, I got to week 4 and 5, my body started getting wise to what I was doing and kind of just got comfortable, I guess, and stopped really losing weight. And it's what I call a plateau. For my body to stop losing weight like it did was really frustrating. So this past week, week 6, I actually didn't lose any weight. I gained a pound, and I kept the pound on the whole week until this morning, now I'm in week 7. I lost that pound again, but I gained it. And I started thinking, I'm freaking out over 1 pound. 1. And I didn't eat anything different. I'm still eating the diet plan exactly the way that I'm supposed to. I'm drinking enough water. I'm exercising the way that I should. But again, what's happened is my body's gotten wise to what I'm doing, and it's just said, hey, I think we're comfortable here because we don't know when the next time is she's going to starve us. Let's go ahead and hold on to this, what we think is a healthy weight. This week I was really frustrated, and I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit so bad. I kept thinking of every single reason why I should just go and eat the chips that were in the closet that were calling my name, or to have French fries with my son, or just anything. I kept trying to reason why I should just forget it and eat what I want, because It doesn't matter anyway. And I fought that urge every single day. And I had to tell myself multiple times, I will not quit. There's only so much willpower that you can have. So telling yourself that you're not going to quit isn't enough if you don't have a goal in mind. You're not going to stick with what you're doing very long. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So I realized that if I didn't have a goal, I wasn't going to be able to actually stick with this. And I had to come up with more than just, I want to lose 30 pounds or I want to lose 40 pounds. I wrote a blog recently, and I'll put a link to my blog in the description below, and you guys can go check that out. But the last blog I wrote about was just this amazing lesson that I learned from my now 17-year-old son, who was 12 at the time. And I had journaled about it, and I was prompted by the Lord to go back and read that particular journal entry, and I read it and I was like, wow, this is exactly what I needed to hear this week. And I'm so glad that I read it, and the Holy Spirit's so sweet to me to guide me and give me the answers when he knows that I'm struggling. The title of the blog is Where Do You Want to Go? And I had to think about that question. Where am I going? What's the point of all of this? Because I've done the whole lose the weight, get skinny, feel like I'll be happy thing, don't get happy, eat more, gain the weight, do it again. I don't want to do that anymore. So what is the end goal for me? And I had to get deep with it. I had to get deeper, because you guys, you can do Nutrisystem, and I've seen a lot of, ads out there for Nutrisystem on Facebook recently, because that's what I'm doing. So they track your stuff, and then they start posting ads on your Facebook. And I'll see people's comments underneath Nutrisystem, and it grieves me because I see so many people say, oh, Nutrisystem works great. I get on it and I lose weight, and then as soon as I gain it back, I know I can get back on Nutrisystem to lose it. And I think, why do you want to do that to yourself? Why not just go ahead and do it? That's the vehicle that you're going to use to get to your destination. But why do you want to get to your destination only to have to walk back to where you started and find the vehicle again so it can take you to your destination over and over again? Why do you want to keep putting on the weight? And it bothered me enough to think about it for myself, because I've been there too. And I thought, first of all, it's really expensive. It's not the most expensive diet program out there, but it's really expensive. And we all know how to lose weight. It's not about not knowing. We hear it all the time. You want to lose weight? Eat less. Calorie deficit. We get that. Like, we know that this is exactly what we're supposed to be doing to lose weight. Number 2, move more. So we know we're supposed to do that. We've heard that our whole lives. Eat less, move more. And number 3 is the hardest part for most everyone, including myself. Anybody I've ever talked to that's been on a weight loss journey of some sort, or a healthy fitness journey of some sort. Maybe they're not trying to lose weight, maybe they're trying to bulk up, or they're just trying to get stronger. The biggest challenge that most of us have when it comes to those 3 things to lose weight is not the eating less. I'll probably stick to eating less for a week, right? And then number 2 is move more. We can all probably force ourselves to get out of bed and go do some horrendous workout 3 or 4 or 5 times a week if we want to for a certain amount of time. But number 3 is the hard part, and it's being consistent, staying consistent. That's so hard. So how do we stay consistent? How do we get past the hurdle of number 3? And that's what I had to ask myself. So when I come off Nutrisystem, what's my new eating plans going to look like? What's my new view of food? What's my new process of living, as far as nutrition goes, and exercise and diet? How am I going to keep going on this healthy from the inside out journey that I'm on? Determination and willpower, those are great things to have, but they can only get you so far. Having a big goal and an end in mind is really important, but it's really also important to have small goals along the way that you can attain to. If you've watched my other videos, and if you haven't, you can go get to know me, watch some other videos that I've posted recently. You'll find out, that I have been an all or nothing type person. It's either I'm all in or I'm not in at all. I'm learning how to have a healthy lifestyle by making small changes every day. And that's not necessarily just in the way that I eat or the way that I exercise, but it could just be in the way that I'm thinking about food, or the way that I'm processing, my snacking. I really want to snack. I'm not going to snack. How do I combat that snacking? So just small steps, small things. So I've realized that I need to have smaller goals along the way. I need to be able to celebrate my wins along the way so I don't give up. And I think that that's probably really helpful for most everybody, because when you start eating less and moving more, yes, you're going to lose weight, and you're going to do that pretty quickly, but sometimes it may take 2 or 3 weeks if you're not on a specific, eating plan like Nutrisystem to get to that point where you start to actually see the scale moving and have some kind of results. Having goals is really important, and if we don't know where we're going, how are we ever going to get there? It's like I live in Tennessee and I decide I'm going to go all the way to Colorado to visit my friends, and it takes about 26 hours to drive there in a car. If I decided I know where I'm going, I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to go there, and if I decided I'm not going to stop anywhere along the way, it's all or nothing, pedal to the metal, I am going to go the whole time, I'm not going to make it but probably about 400 miles before my car runs out of gas. If I don't stop and fuel up my car, I'm not going to get there. And the same thing is true. We can look at it the same way with our bodies, with our diets, with our goals for our healthy eating lifestyle, or any goal for that matter. If you have a destination and you know you're headed there, that's step one. But step two is just stop along the way and give yourself some fuel for the rest of the trip. Celebrate the small victories. And that just could mean this week you made it every day and you drank all your water, or you worked out every day this week. Workout could just mean taking a walk if you're somebody who's normally very sedentary. It doesn't matter what it looks like for you. It doesn't have to be anybody else's victory, but for you, it's your victory. So what's your victory? Celebrate those small wins. If it's that you lost a few inches, great. If it's that you've lost a half a pound, celebrate that. And I'm having to tell myself that this week. So I really had to sit down and say, okay, I know where I'm going, but the destination isn't the point. It's the journey. It's what I learn in the journey that's going to help me when I get to my destination. And I just want to encourage you with that today. That's all I really wanted to say to you guys, is old habits are hard to break. Creating new habits are hard, especially when they're ones that you're kind of not like excited about at first. Mix something that you enjoy in with it. So that's why I really liked Nutrisystem so far, because it's not like I'm depriving myself of all the food that's out there and I only have to eat salad for the rest of my life. I still get to eat chocolate. I'm still having a ice cream bar here and there, chocolate chip cookies or whatever those little snackies are, but I'm not depriving myself. So that's all I wanted to say about goals, guys. You just have to have an end in mind, and then also have some little stops along the way, have some little goals in mind on the way to your destination. I just had to decide that this is not something that I'm just going to hurry up and get to. This is something that I'm going to really enjoy the process, and really, even if the process isn't enjoyable, I'm determined that I'm going to enjoy what I'm learning in the process, because I know it's going to be invaluable to me in the end and to a lifestyle change. And it's not just about, I'm going to deprive myself from eating for 6 weeks, lose a lot of weight, and then go back to, eating tacos and which I will, but just not in excess. Okay, so here's today's tip of the day for if you are a snacky person and you really just kind of like to eat and you don't realize maybe you're not even hungry, but you just snack and you're a grazer or whatever you call it. I am that person. And I have found that keeping myself busy helps me not to snack. I am the world's worst about sitting down in front of the television and wanting to eat. TV comes on, I'm instantly thinking about food. It's like that Pavlov where the dog salivates to the bell. That's how I am about TV. The TV comes on and I'm like, food. It's so bad. And I know that about myself. So I'm having to learn, get up and do something. I am home right now, and I've been home with my kids in this quarantine season for a little while. And I've not really sat down and watched TV during the day, except for in the morning time when my son gets up, he wants to snuggle in my lap and he says TV, and we turn on the TV. But that doesn't last long into the day. And in the evening time, after he goes to bed, I like to turn on the TV. Once I turn that TV on and the other family members are pulling out their bags of chips and their popcorn, I really want a snack. So I'm grateful for Nutrisystem's nighttime snack. So keeping myself busy during the day could mean organizing a closet. I mean, my goodness, I don't personally have to find a whole lot to keep myself busy. I have 3 children and a little one that's really needs mama all the time kind of kid. So I'm usually pretty busy. But if you're like, I'm by myself and I have nothing to do, and you've already done your workout for the day and you're like, well, I guess I'll just watch TV or scroll through social media or whatever, and now I'm bored, so I really want a snack. Get up and organize a closet. Get up and wipe off your baseboards. I'm serious, you guys. It will help. Find something to do. Read a book. call a friend, talk on the phone, just do something else to get your mind off of it. Because I know that when I'm working in my office, for instance, I could go hours without eating and forget all about myself and not eat because I'm so busy and wrapped up in what I'm doing. That is not healthy either, but I'm just saying, I know when I'm busy, I'm not eating. I would also recommend that you set a timer on your phone for your water, fueling your body. Set a timer on your phone to make sure you're eating every 2 to 3 hours. That's it for today. I really hope that this video helped you and encourages you to go create some goals, short-term and long-term. Have them where you can see them, and make sure that you are giving yourself credit for the small wins and the little victories. Just keep going, guys, and let me know how you're doing. I just appreciate seeing all your posts and all of your comments. I'm so glad that you guys are reaching out to me, and I love reaching back out. Share my channel with your friends if you will. I would love for you guys to share my journey with other women and to encourage other people to make small changes in their life for the better. And it's not always about weight loss. It could just be any kind of changes to be healthy from the inside out. It's not just about our outward appearance that we're trying to get healthy. We're trying to get healthy the inside. So thank you for sharing this channel with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I just ask that you do. You can be notified when I upload new content, and hopefully I can keep doing that for you guys on a weekly basis. That's one of my goals, and I hope that you guys have a fabulous week. Bye.